You now this farm community where I can come visit, but
Yeah,
how do I
you can come here. They will welcome you, I'm sure. If you have something to offer on the practical level, you'll be even more welcomed. Your experience living on the farms. This is the future of our movement, hopefully, and it's not fast enough. It's not happening fast enough. And society is pushing us to become more aware of the need for this because everything is falling apart on that level. I preach in Croatia, and what some of the devotees are doing there. And there's devotees, a lot of devotees have small little farms, and so what they're doing there is that 2 or 3 families living together in one rural area, having 1 or 2 cows, and trying to grow some food like that. So that's a practical thing you can do on your own. The idea is to downsize this anxiety-type lifestyle so you can spend more time for Krishna consciousness. And you can't give Krishna enough time. It's just not. Yeah. Any other comments or questions? Everyone's quiet. Did I say something wrong? Please correct me. And Jai Ram Prabhu.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you for this wonderful lecture. Again, this farm conference has been a breakthrough in so many ways. Again, your lecture contributes to it greatly. Prabhupada said this civilization is a doomed civilization.
Doomed.
Doomed. You also said the cities will be closed, was one of his statements. People will come in masses from the cities to live and try to find food and shelter in New Vrindaban even. Get ready for it. He predicted everything will happen within the next 50 years. Now we're having 50 years celebration almost every year. When do you think will it happen?
When do I think we will actually establish self-sufficiency? Is that the question? Yeah. Oh, well, people don't know, and if there's a place, people are also looking. They're trying to readjust things in there, and a lot of people are going into the area outside of the cities now and trying to start some little farm things. It's not happening fast enough, but that's not the solution. Just to live in the mode of goodness is not the goal of life. The goal of life is to actually live in that mode of goodness as a basis for practicing Krishna consciousness successfully and easily, naturally. That's the whole point. We're not advocating simple living without spiritual thinking. That's just a diversion away from the real goal. But Prabhupada spent so much time. I think Hari Krishna Dasi could confirm that in her own work, compiling Prabhupada's lectures and statements about how we should be living as a society. And he said every temple should have, every city temple should have a farm. And he said, make a restaurant in the cities, get your products from the farm, bring them to the cities, cook there, and open a nice restaurant and teach and show people wonderful, wonderful foodstuffs that we grow on our farms. He said, then they will be attracted to Krishna consciousness. So that is like that. So he wanted every temple to actually have a farm connected with it, or a source of what we say foodstuffs that we grow on our own farms. And basically it's about a health thing too. The food out there you can hardly eat it anymore. It's just full of pesticides and so many other forms of contamination. There was one man I heard recently, he works in the factory where they package food. He said, I wouldn't even eat any of this stuff with the way that we package it, the way we handle it, how unclean it is. So we're slowly poisoning ourselves with this, this lifestyle. Yes.
Where's the mic?
Yes, Madhuri.
So I will kind of play devil's advocate on that. So, we say simple living. At the same time, the so-called simple living, maybe it's simple, but it's quite hard and it's not easy. That's why people are not attracted. And when I hear how you lived here before, it was not easy. Maybe it's simple, but it's not easy, and that's why people are attracted to the lifestyle they have now, which is hectic on one level.
What's that old saying? Many hands make light work. The more our people are doing it in the same area, the more easier it is, because there's support from everyone. When you try to do it yourself, it's a struggle. And what we did here in the beginning is we were struggling to get it started. We got it started up to a certain degree, and then as we were hearing just recently, things got diverted in another way. Never really manifested in a full way.
I guess, you saw it in New Rajadam.
New Rajadam is actually the model for the world right now. It's really moving. And the thing is, they're inviting people to come and see the community from the outside. We have actually a resident in New Rajadam right here. Her name is Saranagati, and she's been living there for a few months. And how many people come on the average every day just to see the community, or just in general?
It differs according to what time of the year, but in the summer I don't know the exact number, but there's coachloads of people.
People are coming all day. All day. And devotees live really simple there. If you want to live there and you're accepted by the community, they build you a house, simple house, enough for your family and a little more. If you decide to leave, the house stays there. It's not yours. It stays with the community. So
it seems like one of the things which are on the way is that our material desires and the influence of the material lifestyle which is out there in the world, which is hard to change. I see that I cannot change it easily.
We like plugging things into the wall and getting all kinds of results from that. Yeah. Turn on the tap, there's the water.
Right.
So many other things come so easily. Yeah. But what are we sacrificing? Sacrificing pretty much the proper consciousness that we need in order to practice Krishna consciousness. There's nothing against yukta vairagya, but if we're always, in that mood, we'll never transition to the stage where we can actually understand how to live happily and simply. Farms are not for everybody, but Prabhupada said for the grihastas, it's the best. Have a school for the children, Gurukul. Kids can live together and grow up. They don't have to go to these slaughterhouses, which they call schools, like that. I'm always getting, this happens to me all the time. People are coming to me, Maharaj, my kid goes to school, he comes back with all bad habits. Right. They learn so many things from the non-devotees and they pick it up. When you're young, you're impressionable. So these farm communities are actually a stabilizer for a holistic lifestyle, not just one aspect. We're not giving up anything when we move in this direction. We're just giving up the conception that, there's nothing better than what we have. So it's a transition. You can't do it immediately. You make a plan. Within 5 years, you see where you can go from where you are now to the ideal situation. That's how they're doing it in New Rajadam. It's gradually, step by step, more self-sufficiency, more agriculture, more reducing the dependencies on people from the outside. So that's a good example, and there's other communities that are also moving like that. So that's the future movement. Yes, Gaur Shakti Prabhu.
When Srila Prabhupada was here in 1974, he stayed opposite of the palace. And we had a house there, which is no longer there. But there was a garden, small garden outside the house. And Srila Prabhupada's cook would pick the vegetables from the garden, bring them into the kitchen, and cook them, and offer the prepared food to Srila Prabhupada. And he said, this is how we should live. Just growing our own food, it's just so fresh. It's grown by the devotees, offered to the deities, offered to the guru, and he was just very, very happy about that type of lifestyle. Also, another comment, one of the reasons that we are encouraged to grow our own food is because by the Lord's arrangement, the foods that are locally grown, if you eat them in season, they contain the natural remedies and antidotes to the local seasonal diseases that blow through everywhere. And that's part of the Lord's arrangement. Also, years ago, Raghunath Guru and his wife, Mother Jamuna, they had a family cow. They had 4 or 5 kids and 2 adults. And I asked Jamuna, how the milk that the cow gave, how long did she give the milk? And was the quantity sufficient and not enough, too much? He said a family of 6 or 7, he said we could never use all the milk. And that cow gave milk after she was bred and calved. She gave milk continuously for 7 years.
Yeah.
And the common conception is that we have to breed them every year to get milk. But no, that cow felt like she was part of the family.
Right. When the cow is welcomed as part of the family and is cared for according to whatever she needs or he needs as a bull, they're happy. And when they're happy, it's a whole different experience. Prabhupada writes that in the Bhagavatam. Their milk bags become fatty and they drip the milk without even being milked. Yeah, when the happy cows give more milk automatically.
And he also writes in the first canto that when the cows are happy, then human society can prosper.
Right. And if cows are not happy, that's your mother. You're not happy either. You can't be fully happy. If someone is there that you need to take care of and you don't take care of it, you can't expect to be happy by neglecting someone else, especially the cow, because Krishna is Gopal. And he's also Govinda, we heard that. Okay, so things are going to start a little bit earlier today, so I don't want to take too much time. So, simple living, high thinking, high living, no thinking. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada.